I worked in
another
county.
Yeah.
The dudes know me.
helps us see something in a different way, but you're you should more criticizing that.
I couldn't do it. I know a lot of people that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Yeah, I'm like, the bread is good. Just flying like a gear.
Nah, think about it, man. You gotta think of shit on this one. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Yeah, everybody trying to change it.
True that.
Right? I got nothing to lose. I'm about to get 70. Right? I'm about to get 70 joints.
Bro, get some full 1080.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, man. How's the hits?
I'm still in the 20,000s.
You gotta get to the 30,000.
Yeah, just say, woo. That was her energy.
No, I have more energy. It's been
It's like,
a long
yo,
day,
it's
so.
a long
Word,
day.
I gotta be woohoo!
Like per post,
Yo,
y'all averaging like per post
these cats got
5,000.
5,000. We gotta do another one. You know the one you was in went crazy, right?
Yeah, you know.
Are you putting on more guests?
I ain't even.
I think you were starting to associate more, you know, with all this with this because they were sharing that one. You guys were the parking lot. I don't want to show you that.
I was bugging on that. I didn't even know you did that.
Yeah,
That's
that's the live stuff. That's that real stuff. Yeah,
That's that smashing
that thing in like less than a week it was like 15,000, yo.
Yeah, I was watching the other day, and this joint should have more hits than it does. Yo, we had like this much room. I'm like, wait.
I actually reposted that.
Like this one.
That's easy, John. He like that, John. I'm like, nah, I'm cool, man.
Yo,
You gotta remember, I was over here.
No, I know. At first, I was like, yo, this motherfucker.
Yeah, I was in gas. But see, now, remember now, at the time, we were laughing, and we were saying, later on, it'll be more funny. But you know what I mean? Yeah. At the time, Gas was like, I gotta explain
Yo, was
this
he
to
supposed
the
to
girl,
retire?
man. Yeah, we were too invested. He was like this. I'm like, man, this shit is funny. I just I just didn't want us to go to jail, dog. That was my thing. Like, are we gonna get arrested?
Nah, I knew that was going to happen.
No, you didn't. Cause you was like, yo, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Remember Freaky said that? Freaky said, yo, hold up now, you good? I'm like, nah, we ain't good. You know, we'll just do it on the low. But yeah. Nah, they were really good though. Yeah, you may have me thinking about switching over.
Hey, you know,
They were really good.
they
Called me and everything.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, I was like, oh, y'all, they called me.
Yeah,
They
they
like,
gotta
you
go.
they fucking check. They gotta go. I was
And
born.
then she crashed with it.
That's why I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Then
The
she
space
crashed
out
with it,
there,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Really, I'm like,
And
look,
you crashed with it.
stay back. She like, yo, don't.
It's all good. I said, I said, well, what you gonna do?
No, you didn't. Cause you was like, I think I'm good.
Yeah. I said, you fucking right.
Like, we ain't good, you know.
That's what you ain't doing. You ain't the first time.
But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm thinking, yo, this would be your level. Always stay here.
Yeah.
When it's your low mistake.
Then it's like the warrior.
Yeah, I'm like, come on.
But yo, it's like that in life though. They
Yeah,
fuck
them
up.
girls
I
crazy,
don't worry
man.
about it. You fuck up, they want to tell all they
She was wild. She was wild. I was like, yo, Remo good, man.
That's why I was like, look, let me just try to get y'all situated so that y'all get cut. Y'all got cut. I was like, cool. I absolve myself now. Whatever y'all do, it ain't on me.
I just see the whole thing is, you know, it's my joint, but
Nah,
I don't use it like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you gotta respect her.
me and baby mom's had the same situation. I crashed this shit. I went to the hospital and she like, nigga. I'm like, yo, nigga, fucking hospital.
Yeah.
Nigga, what the fuck? I crashed this shit. I'm like, yo, I'm in the hospital, man.
She didn't respect that?
Well, after a while, she was
Yeah,
like, you know
like,
what?
are you
I'm
all
sorry.
right, dog?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, you know, initially, motherfucker.
Well, see, I always make sure everybody's okay.
Right.
Because now, think about it. If somebody hurt you, you ain't gonna give a fuck about
Man, that's what I was like, yeah, I could have seriously gotten hurt. Like,
Yeah.
You know,
I'm doing your mom's mango. I'm like,
she was like, motherfucker. I'm sitting on the floor waiting for the ambulance. She's like, motherfucker, you fucking crashed my shit. And like an hour later, she was like, hey, know what? So I was flipping like, yo,
I'm mucking out, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? She just took
Oh,
a
after
step
you
back.
done laid back, like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm all finished up. Yeah. And then she was like, you know what? I'm sorry. Man, let's do this. I'm scared. I'm like, don't worry about it. You insured. That's what insurance is.
dude, I would have. Oh, she came to see you in the street.
Yeah.
I might have laid down like that.
I mean, I was like dehydrated, so I was like, yo, just sit down and just breathe.
Was it your fault?
Nah, I was texting a producer, and I looked up. So I hit a card.
Oh, 5?
4, 3. I hit a card. So all 3 of them niggas sued and shit. But it only went up like $50. I'm like, come on, that's what insurance is for. At the end of the day, as long as you insure, be okay.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal, you know what I'm saying? When I got into my shit, hey, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
At first I wasn't like that, but some dude fucked me up on his boat when I was in college. And he was like, not fuck me up, but I got hurt on his boat. He was like, yo, I'm sorry, we're gonna cover this. This is what insurance is for, blah, blah, blah.
No, that's, dude, yeah.
That's when
You got like 12 grand. You was like,
got like 15. I was like,
yeah, I'm good. Yeah, now you get the bread, you like,
just cut
I
the check.
don't feel
Yeah,
bad.
I'm good.
I'm gonna do rollie on that junk.
I'm just like, yo, just give my
I'm gonna do rollie on that junk.
You know what I mean?
Now that's what insurance is for. When you grow up, you start to understand.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Now, see, he got that car. He got that motherfucking car. And you can't touch his shit. That black on black mouth, but he ain't trying to hit he was like, nah, homie, you know it's on. I gotta find somebody out.
Shit happens.
Oh, I need to get that.
Yeah.
I need to get that website.
What's up, big time?
What's up, new money?
Like real good for you,
What's up, man? Look at this dude. Look at this dude.
After this is done, we gotta have to sit down.
Okay.
You got a big phone back? Yeah, man. That's fine.
I hear you.
Plus the
That's that shit now. You know, you gotta stay true, you know what I'm saying?
some of them they can't still know.
Trying to check, trying to
I know. I know.
Like, I was hoping to be out here by now.
Where you going, buddy?
Yeah.
I think. All right, man. Yo, you want to go ahead and do that? Let's do it because you got to go on the road. All right, so
Yeah, but no.
What's Bill first? We talk about Bill.
Sean Bell?
247.
Sean Bell got shot.
Yep. I can hear my voice echoing back here.
It's not that loud here.
I hear you echoing sound horrible.
How about now?
Yeah. Switch.
Took it literally.
I know, right? Let me turn that down. It sounds good. Yeah, hold on.
Yo, Sean Bell, I'm gonna do Diablo.
I can
I'm gonna do Diablo guy.
I'm gonna do Diablo. Got shot 41 times. I was in the Bronx. Yeah, I was in the Bronx when I still lived out there. Right down the block from where he's at, you know. Shot at me 41 times.
The thing is, that part of
I know Diablo had the back.
Nah, he got shot 41 times.
the thing is, so much is coming out. You see,
Segment 1?
Yeah, let's just say 1.
I just hope this shit, you know, improve race relations around the world, not just in Missouri, New York, and Florida. Sean Bell was from.
How many guests are you doing in this show so I know how to find it?
Sean Bell. I don't believe I just forgot it. In a little mini laptop and all that. You know what I'm saying? Mini laptop.
Hey, the joint come out next week, right?
Which one?
699.
Yeah.
You seen it?
Yeah.
Is it hot?
Yo, I've been telling you for a
I know,
while.
I've been waiting, man.
I've been doing my, what do you call them, just they have us do like,
Hey, can you
web
look up Sean
tutorials and all
Bill?
that.
Sean
Yeah,
Bill?
that shit got features galore,
Okay.
dog. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just waiting for it to be official so I can say, yo, as an employee, that's it. I'm up for a new joint, I need action. Put it on my calendar. Chill.
I know, I'm just joking. I got to upgrade. I'm a holder.
Yo, son,
I'm a holder to upgrade.
I don't even get a discount on the equipment. I get a discount on the plan.
Yeah, but you get like, you pay for the phone, but then you get like a super low rate.
Nah, like whatever the phone costs is what I have to pay.
No, that's what I'm saying. You get like, the phone costs $600 or whatever.
And then
But
I
you get like
half of it.
$20.
You got anything?
Right?
Oh no, it should be like $60.
Hey, what's his name? You said Sean?
Sean, yeah.
How you spell his name? S-H-A-W or S-E?
As soon as I put y'all on, y'all don't wild out, fuck my shit up, and then I'm paid, and then I'm stuck with the bill, so I can't.
So it's like, okay, you pay $60 a month, but if you add, say, another phone, it's still $60 or it's whatever.
Probably like $15.
Oh, that's not bad. And you want them to pay that?
Yeah, just pay their portion of
Hey,
it.
Jen, what's the,
Yeah.
He's got his own Wikipedia.
I'm gonna get one for my son, you know.
yeah,
That's what the plan's for.
where's it from?
Get them for.
New York.
Sean Bell in New York?
Sean Bell was New York.
That's what it said. Sean Bell shooting incident took place in New York borough.
That's the guy who
Queens.
get married?
Queens.
November
Sean Bell was the
25th,
dude that
yeah,
was winning,
2006.
No, Treyvon was the dude, but
Yeah.
Sean Bell was the dude that was shot. And it was
From his wedding job. It's, basketball.
Oh, yeah, with the older brother.
Yeah, I think I was in there.
And he got
That was
out.
New York.
Sean Bell, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Amadou Diallo.
Yeah, we got the
I'm telling you, Amadou Diallo had the baseball bat incident.
He got, well, all I know is he got shot 41 times. He got shot
Okay, Jay, you ready?
times, dude. And at that time,
Yeah,
I
let me
heard
guess
like
for this
one
one.
train stop
3.
away.
3, okay.
Oh man, you gonna be like dude from what is it, Ike's Fish Fry?
Oh, he was killing that guy.
I just dropped.
Ike's
All right, I'm
Fish Fry
rolling.
burning the back of my neck
247.
right now, you know what I'm saying? Burning Smith, show love.
All right, say one, take one. Welcome back to Shop Talk. Yeah, our boy Remo, the lyricist in the house. What up, Remo?
Big time,
Yeah.
big time. TV land, love y'all, miss y'all. My big homies, my big brothers, my family. Love it, love this show. It's pop.
Remo, what you got going on, man?
Actually, man, not too much right now. I'm in not a dry spell, but I just came back from the Caribbean. I'm a little jet lagged. I'm about to jump and head out of town as soon as we finish up wrapping up here. So, you know, just trying to lay it down my slippery thing. You know what I'm saying? Why time? Why time?
Yeah, well, much success. Have a good weekend. I know you had a good time when you was away.
No more kids, too. The kids.
And no more kids. That's probably why you're
back
back
home.
home.
Gotta give love to the little
shorties. Shout out to the shorties, baby mama, yo. I truly respect my boys. I always have.
Yeah,
I truly.
They were
Very
a
tough
handful.
job. Very. Y'all saw.
Yeah, for the summer.
My dad doesn't know what he's talking about. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying, right? Call them Ray kids now.
I'm just
Call them
saying,
my kids.
they were slightly on the roof. You know, slightly on the roof. Good kids.
Spoiled kids do that.
Yeah, it was cool, man. They kids, man.
All right, man, so you heard the topic, man. Today we're talking about with all the different things that have happened in the last few years, the different, I would say, injustices. Do you believe that they have damaged, or how have they damaged race relations, or how have they changed our opinions and our thoughts and the way we view certain things?
You know, it's funny. I want to actually take a step back. I saw it on PBS, and this was a roundtable discussion with members of certain organizations, Martin Luther King, and a few others. This is from 1993. These gentlemen gave a roundtable discussion in 1963, which featured Malcolm X. Malcolm X was talking about how we need to bring the fight to the people so that we can be recognized. 30 years later, these gentlemen who all opposed him were all saying that fight. It's all, you know, mass racism is more prevalent at that time than it was in previous times. It's just more mass now. And this is 21 years later. From a race relations standpoint, we haven't come too far. Yes, we have a black president. that was more of a wrong that we were going to appease us during the economic recession. Race relations have been terrible in this country since this country was founded. This to me just brought more light to the fact that we as a people are still treated as second-class citizens. So I don't think that it's made it worse. I think it brought it more to the national spotlight so that more people are speaking about it, debating about it, demonstrating about it. Hopefully in Missouri there's no more arrests, there's no more assaults or things that's going down in that particular state. But I just think that it just brought it back to the spotlight.
Yeah, you know what, I think you're right. I don't think it's gotten worse or better. It is what it is. People are who they are. You know, I didn't really say they are who we thought they were. But what I will say, right, and let them off the hook. And where we want them. But what I would say is, I think that it has changed. For the people that thought things were getting better, I think they can see that there's a lot of work that still has to be done. And I would say that it hasn't changed my view. I'm still cool with my people. I'm still cool with all my friends of different races. It hasn't changed that. What it has changed is, if I thought that we had gone a certain place when it came to the judicial system, I think the judicial system is taking a step back for sure, because some of these things that I see from the right king on, you just can't tell me how you can beat somebody and get away with it. You know what I mean? And just beat with a stick and the whole world sees, and then you get away. That kind of let me know. But now all of these other cases are popping up, and what I can say is I believe that the value that's been put on, particularly the African American, the black male, the value of their life is just not there. And so people are using just like anything to go ahead and to pop off, because they've proven that they can get away many, many times. They can get away with it, so they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, they have to do something to let us have faith in the system again. Because a lot of us are losing faith in the system. It's like every time something goes down, it seems to be like the black person or the person, these cases who are getting hurt or killed, get no justice. And it's never going to go to that until we find a way to remedy that. You know, it's different ways for us to go at that. That's the shop talk. Everybody got their opinion, but we're getting the short end of the stick a lot.
And let me personally, shout out to all of my friends of different races, because some of my best friends are white, Spanish, got a couple of Chinese friends that I grew up with, they close to me as some of my physical blood brothers. That will never change. I don't see them as white, black, Spanish. I see them as, kin of mine. That's something I'm always going to protect. But this particular situation doesn't confirm it, just affirms my previous, thoughts from 1993. I was a little snot-nosed back then, but the things that I see my older brothers, fathers, friends, harassing me in Bronx, New York, hasn't changed. It's been, more masked. There's more freedom. I mean, I'll be honest, there's more freedoms that I have today than I had in 93. However, it just affirms rather that I'm still a black man. It's Western civilization, and I will continue to be, unless something is permanently put in place to eradicate this unfortunate situation.
Absolutely. And I want to say this before I talk more about this in one of the upcoming segments, but one thing we have to always look at everybody's part. We need to value our lives too. Black men need to value other black men's lives. So as we are out here with, call it whatever you want to call it, black and black crime, and what's going on in Chicago and across the nation, how can you expect somebody else to value your life if you're sure that you don't? Now, it doesn't mean what they're doing right, but it definitely doesn't help, because we're taking each other life at a record pace. Yeah. So we need to value each other, we need to pick each other up, we need to work together, and then maybe people will see us differently, because clearly there's a disrespect there, lack of human life on our part with each other, and and other people are using that as justification.
Yeah, because it's, man, it's funny how you can just die or something. Like, we can see
That's my guy. I love
You got some issues with
and we talking about not hurting people, my man. You know what I'm saying?
You heard it here first.
You get where we coming from? Right now, we trying to be real cool. Here you go.
Love, peace, and hate.
All right, what goes up must come down. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Have fun, man. Enjoy yourself.
47, man.
We'll be back in a minute right here on
Shout
Chop
out.
Talk.
Peace. Yeah. Yo, that right there was nice, yo.
Yeah, that was
I like to see that joint on TV. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's me like, yo,
Yo, internet. Feel me? I'm not feeling it.
oh, she good, yo. Look, love is love, everybody.
Love
One
is
at a time,
love.
my day. Slippery Pete. You already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Hey, Dom.
yo, safe trip, man.
Yeah,
Good word. Safe trip.
no Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Hey, you driving?
Yeah.
You driving?
Yeah, I'll be on the road right now.
You driving all the time?
Hey, look, who just crashed somebody?
Oh, Sam, said it's Remo.
Who just crashed the V? I didn't do it. Somebody did it. It wasn't me.
Watch out, world.
You know, we ain't gonna put the names out there. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Still gotta get up.
Remo. Yeah. He don't know. He got to do the kids around. He just so happy the kids ain't here.
Yeah, man, he's smiling, he got to deal with the shorty. He had to know what he was full time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he have his girl with the crutch.
Nah, you.
What's up, bro?
All right, y'all.
Yeah, he said, am I ashy? I'm like, not that. I need to go.
Yeah, especially
What? Yeah. Right there? Right there?
Hello.
There we go.
Hello. Hello. Oh, okay.
we got you.
You're good. Do whatever.
What?
I
What?
said you're good to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
All right, save two, take one. Welcome back to Shop Talk. You know, we got a brand newbie, dare I say, a virgin in the house. He's been to the family before, but this is his first time being on the set, on the show. So
That's what's up.
Donovan, welcome to the show, bro.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Hey, it's our pleasure, man. Hey, what you got going on? Is there any causes or anything you've been doing that you want to give a shout out?
I'm talking about positivity and helping my people. Shouts out to Beyond Media Group and G-Mike and 360. Those are my people. That's where I work at currently. On all my projects. Beyond stands for Black Enterprise, Organized Movements, and Liberates Our
Okay, what is it that you do?
we do music, video photography.
Awesome. Okay. We might need to collaborate, you know.
Exactly.
Really, you just go.
My bad, my
pose in
bad.
the middle.
But he was feeling that. Don't write, JQ. Yeah, I'm done. Go on, man. I'll just mess with you. I'll mess with you.
All right, so you heard the topic, man. We try to have fun on this show.
Yeah.
This is like a serious topic, so it's really hard to turn this into something that we can laugh at because it's not a laughing matter. So with all the different incidents that have happened, you think that it's damaged race relations, and if so, how? How has it changed opinions? The way people look at race relations.
I don't think it's damaged at all. Race relations in this country has been horrible since 1492, so nothing's really changed ever. Maybe the way that we're treating the overtness of it has changed, but it's been the same old racism since before Islam. So it's not going to do it. And gentleman named Neil Treyvon said, if you don't understand racism white supremacy, everything you think you understand will confuse you. I think the problem is people not understanding and confuse all these years. Now that the blatant racism is coming out, it's kill a man, cold blooded. people are starting to realize they're starting to speak out. But I don't think anything has changed.
Yeah, well, and one of the things that has changed in just our society is the media, social media, the media. So now these things have been going on all along, right? We just didn't hear about all of them. They didn't all get coverage like they've been getting in the last 10, 15 years. And now with social media, things go viral very, very faster than the news. Right? You know, by the time the news come on, you know, and come back on, everybody knows about it, right? A lot of times they beat CNN. I've seen things come out on social media and they turn CNN and it's not there yet. So things go viral very, very fast, and I think a lot of these things have been brought to light and a lot of behaviors. So I think it's one of the things that has changed. But now that we see it happening, it brought a new kind of a new ear, a new eye to just what's going on. And some of the things are just egregious. And we have to remember that cops, black, white, whatever race they are people. And people are very flawed. We're very, very flawed individuals. And some of them just should not be in that role. Yeah. They were able to pass their psyche valve and hide a lot of what's in them, but they make horrible decisions at crucial times, and it's costing people lives. Yeah. So even if it's a mistake and it's just a poor judgment, it's costing people lives, and therefore they should pay.
Yeah, so that's real pressure.
Well, I mean, you know, we talk about protecting the cops. You know, let's make it, you know, cop got to be protected, but he's got to protect the people, not to be protected. Yeah. He's supposed to put his life on the line. Can you imagine a soldier saying, "I don't want to put my life on the line"? Well, that's his job, right? All right. So a cop's job is to put their life on the line, and until they see a weapon, I really have a hard time with them using deadly force. I have an incredible time with that, because it's gotten to in this country that if you stretch yourself, somebody can unload on you, right? And say that you was going for it. And so we need to do something about these laws. And if somebody has to wait a split second, they're trained, right? They're trained. So I would think that if they waited just a split second and they had to shoot, they still could shoot. So I have a problem with them and always coming up and saying, I thought somebody was reaching, I thought, and they hid behind that too long. And not just them. In Jacksonville, they shot the shot at the 410, just killed the guy, and then the guy got a hung jury on a murder charge, right? Yeah, that's true. So there was no weapons in the car. It was an argument over loud music, and it should have never gone there. So my issue is that you got people dying, as you said, over just absolutely ridiculous, frivolous things. Yeah. It's bad enough that people are laying in the street over drug wars and things of that nature, but when you are laying in the street because your music is too loud, when you're getting shot at and shot. Yeah. So the guy did get convicted of attempted murder and shooting into a car and things, but he did not get convicted of murder.
Well, the reason that is, I mean, the constant message, I know you brought up media and how people change, but the message that is the constant message is that black lives don't matter, especially a black man. And if you dissect how that case went down, how the verdict of that case, a man was basically convicted for not killing a young black child. He wasn't convicted for killing him. A jury can make a decision, even though he said, I had my gun, I shot at them. Right? Yeah. He missed, but he didn't. He got convicted for not missing instead of actually what he did.
Yeah. You know, and when we look at the Zimmerman case, I'm from Florida, so a lot of these things happened in Florida, and I have a hard time thinking that was nothing that Zimmerman did that under the statute of Florida could be brought charges upon that would stick. And it doesn't have to be first degree or premeditated, but the fact that he followed the guy, and but for him doing that, he would never been in whatever situation he said he was in, when the cops say, hey, let us handle it. And I think because, and there are states that have a stand your ground law that say if you aggravate it and you cause it, then you can't use that as defense, right? If you, so there are some states that have that law and put it in place, and I think Florida and South Carolina and some of those other states need to look at changing that law.
What I don't get is when people in my community do a crime or involved with anything, it's always cut and dry. You usually go to jail. I mean, period, end of story. But anytime it's a police officer or someone of a different color, you hate to say that, but it is what it is. It's always, oh, no, we don't know yet. No, we're not sure. Yo, but if if another, say, black guy did it, he going to jail.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of people saying, let's look at the facts.
Yeah, it's never that.
We don't know everything. Typically, it's like, hey, this guy is a suspect. Da da da. Da. We'll keep it posted.
Yeah, and y'all know me, and I'm always a dude saying, yo, let's try to do it a better way for my people to succeed. But it's just getting ridiculous. You know what I mean? God forbid I do something with my people. I'm going to jail. You know that, right? There's no, I'm going to jail. Sman in jail.
Yeah,
but you know, a cop do something, we not sure.
Yeah, you know, they're just as wrong as everybody else. That's what I said.
Yeah.
If you pull judgment and call somebody life, then they should be guilty of something. Coming up for manslaughter, negligence, whatever they can do. They can be homicide, whatever state they're in.
I'll take tax evasion at this point. Let's get them for something. Felony deeds, you got to go somewhere.
Well, I mean, justice is the people who prevail.
Please.
And if regular justice doesn't get in, I'm sure street justice will. That's, I hate to say it like that.
I hate to be running out of time.
Yeah, you going there, man.
Whoa! Let's go down. Stay in the chair. We'll be back in a minute right here on.
Stop talking. Oh, you got the joint.
Well, you know, that's somebody upstairs. I mean, Zimmerman can't stay out of trouble.
Yeah, he crazy.
He can't stay out of
they
trouble.
see that now, yo. He crazy.
He cannot stay out of trouble.
I should have took
Two different domestic incidents. I mean,
pump shotgun, all that.
great job, man. Good job. Smooth as silk.
Yeah. He dropped some knowledge.
Nice and smooth on the way down.
Yeah. Oh, that was wicked. Just see, you know the ins and outs. That was wicked, right? I went.
Who do y'all want next?
That was a good job.
Yeah.
That was real smooth.
The closer.
Good job.
The closer.
The closer.
Jeff the chef. Well, you know how he do.
All right, I got to talk a little bit about my cousin on this one. I talk about cousin because she faces it 60 years.
They still trying to get that lady at one time? Oh, that's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous. I thought the warning shot was good people.
Yeah.
That's good looking out.
Right. Yeah.
Like he said, she
Make
meant
sure Leo know what question he gonna get.
to put a badge on her. She been free right now.
Oh yeah, I already got it.
Leo, you know which one you're doing?
Yeah, I got Leo straight. He good.
Leo, I'm used to see them superstar status. He's looking real nervous right now.
No, ain't no bright light, baby.
Nah.
I said the time.
You hear me talking about you, Leo?
They said she checking boy took out mad taxes. She was like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, right.
Yes, he was like, what happened to the money? Like, welcome to the hell.
Leo,
It's the real
you
world.
good, right? You ready? Next show? He good. Leo good. We got to do the open.
I got you.
All right. Seg 3.
Three.
Close.
Yeah.
Take 1. Welcome back to Shop Talk.
Yep.
Yeah, we had to get Donovan out of the chair, man,
Right.
because
Great
he was talking about street justice.
Yeah.
You know what? But we say street justice, but that's justice of all different types. And you know, if you do the wrong thing, the Bible says you're going to reap the wrong thing. So, all right. So you sow the wrong thing, you're going to reap the wrong thing.
Yeah. 247. Jeff's back in the building.
We got our boy Jeff in the house. What's going on,
Big?
baby?
We're gonna lay back and let him go because last time he was on fire. Alright.
All right, Jeff, man, what you got going on, man?
Nothing much, man. You know, just keep it simple. I like what Doctor said, just trying to find a way to make sure that we are not always at the bottom. People not caring. We're just trying to find a way to stand up, just talk, and bring light to so much of the injustices.
Okay.
Right, that's really what it is. So
Okay.
just stay tuned. Got a whole lot that's coming to the city. Charleston is the holy city for more reasons than one. I understand all of those reasons. It's all about us, you guys.
Absolutely. And I know some of the things that are coming. I can't speak on them yet, but all I can say is stay tuned. And they're very excited, very excited. So, I mean, you heard the topic, man. You've seen, we talked about so many different things. There's Sean Bell, there's Treyvon Martin, Brown in Missouri, and it goes on and on. My cousin, Marissa Alexander, is my cousin, and she shot a warning shot at her abusive husband, who has abused her on multiple occasions. Admittedly. And she shot a warning shot, and now she's facing 60 years. I just, and I know the law says it's a felony and you got to get 10 years, but I thought judges kind of have a way to say, you know what, I know you got to say, but here's what we're going to do. I mean, it's done it in many other cases, right? What happened was she got 20 years, and then she won a new trial. And then they went back and looked at it and said, oh, you know what? It's not supposed to be concurrent, because there's 2 kids there, so it was 3. It's consecutive. So it went she went from getting sentenced to 20 years, a new trial, to face 60 years. And this is a young lady, my cousin, had never been in trouble in her life. All she was a punching bag for her husband.
Oh, that's not right.
Right? And so, I hate to say that has anything to do with her jacket, because he was black too, right? And she shot a warning shot. But I would find it hard to believe that if it was, let's say, probably a white female that was in suburbia taking care of her family, the whole world would be trying to move heaven and earth, because they would feel the injustice which is that in the same year.
Well, I'm glad you said that. The last I heard, I knew she had a new trial. I didn't know they were trying to break it down to sentence.
So now she's facing 60 years at the second. So they went back and said, "Oh yeah, we'll award you a new trial, but we made a mistake, basically, and now we're going to come at you for we should have get the sentences should have been consecutive the first time. We made a mistake. The second time they're going to be consecutive."
Right, and it's not even complicated. It's not confusing. They try and make it seem like it is. This is real simple. Very simple. Justice is blind. She don't care. She's not looking. It doesn't matter no more. It's what I say. It's the man's choice to judge, and it is clear that some people are not being properly represented. It's not even difficult. That's foolish. That's
and we're here
crazy.
Just talk about injustice. You know what I mean? I don't want y'all to take this as this is just a show about, black power, because it's not.
Blacks don't have no power right now.
Yo, stop. I ain't trying
There ain't no power right there, bro. It's stupid. It ain't there.
Hey, you know what else? Yo, wait,
but
it's
about injustice.
Yeah,
it's about injustice. I like the show that the Injustice File, right? It goes back in the time when they talk about all the injustice. But now we're seeing that these same things are happening 35 years later, and it's really unfortunate. So, but I will say, and I don't want to lose sight of the fact that young black men need to value young black men. We need to do that. We need to do our part, value each other, find a way to work with each other, to love each other. We need to do that.
Man, crazy, man.
You know what? Piggyback on that, Jeff. I remember what you said, Jeff, when you were like the guys with the saggy pants and those dudes, and just our neighborhoods.
Right.
Yo, we need to step that up and do better. You know what I mean? So they can't come around.
It's easy to do. All you need to do is when you see someone say, "Hey, man, you're dead wrong for doing what you're doing. You need to understand why you're doing what you're doing."
Yeah.
And pull your pants up.
Yeah.
We glorify the monsters, and we let the television teach us and program and the music, especially the music, the videos, and the parents not parenting their little children are listening to this evil, destructive music that's telling your small child to go and sell drugs and disrespect your lady. From a small child, you were not a parent. So the parents, you have failed. You are horrible, and you deserve to be destroyed. Wow.
Wow.
Strong.
You have given us a society of children that have no parenting, so they have no care for what's right. They do whatever they want, and whatever is wrong is glorified.
Yeah,
I agree with
that. We gotta take responsibility. Kids can do it to themselves.
Yeah.
Right? We allow it. We said it's okay to listen to music, it's okay to walk like that. You want to be, next week we're going to be talking about peer pressure, right? And one thing about peer pressure, we don't want our kids to be ostracized, so we let them do what everybody else is doing, right? Instead of letting our kids stand alone and say, hey, that's not me. I'm going to hang with somebody that don't walk and talk and act like that.
Yeah, I'm going to be different.
To be peculiar.
Well, you know what, but to bring it back, though, to all of this injustice that's been going on, you said he was shocked to see, now she's looking at 60. We have been dealing with injustice forever. This is just, they are getting more agitated. They're more angry at us because we haven't gotten upset. They'll slap you in the face and you do nothing. they'll murder you in the street if you do nothing. What's it gonna take? We don't like you, and we're trying to make you angry. But you won't get mad. We keep beating on you, and we keep killing you, and we keep disrespecting you, and you say, I'm gonna march for justice. I'm not gonna hit you back. I won't do anything. I'm gonna put my hands up. You have guns pointing at me, and I'm gonna put my hands up. You just shot me, but I'm gonna put my hands up and say, don't shoot. That's how I'm gonna fight this battle. Well, they said, good. I'm gonna keep shooting you, and I'm gonna keep killing you, and you keep dying because you are ignorant and stupid and foolish people, weak with no leaders. So get tired and do something about it. Maybe
Tell Jeff was gonna come hard, man. Y'all know how he come, man.
As usual, man. What goes up?
Jeff, I'm kind of offended, man.
The truth hurts, boy.
Word up.
The truth is that.
Yo, boy, he pricked me a little bit.
I feel the pain too. It's me too, man.
Yeah, we
always dropping knowledge, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, 247. That's love.
Yo, just do whatever you gotta do for the cause. Make a difference. That's all I can say. Make a difference out there.
Is that Donovan? It's your son.
Hey, we'll be back. We'll see y'all next time right here on.
Shout out to Jeff Donovan, son.
All right, let's hit the open. Hold up, yo.
Oh yeah, hold on, stop.
Jen, you see, I
Yeah, you ready to go? You ready to go? I'm gonna do the open real quick.
Jen.
We gotta do.
Oh, she on the phone talking to her boyfriend. See it.
We gotta do the open. Yeah, you see that 6 coming out, right?
Yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah, right. See the 6 coming out. Remo's waiting on it, so I'm waiting on it.
He ain't got no iPhone.
He gonna get one when it drop. He waiting. Yeah, it's gonna
I can
be a
imagine that.
5.5-inch screen. I don't know if it's that big, but
Yeah, that's gonna be a
watching
big
the movies
screen.
and all that, the videos.
All right. You ready? All right. Welcome to Shop Talk.
Mhm.
I'm your host, PCs.
Man and man.
You know, now we do it. We get the hottest topics and make it happen. But first, each show is dedicated in memory of my sisters.
My mother, home of the shots. Let's make it happen.
We got a barn burner today, man.
Kid.
Yeah. What effects, if any, have the recent incidents and verdicts in the Treyvon Zimmerman case, the Jordan Davis, Michael Nunn, the teen killed for loud music, Marissa Alexander, the black lady that now faces 60 years for firing a warning shot near her abusive husband, and now the unarmed Missouri teen, Michael Brown, killed by a police officer. What effect have these incidents and others? You got Sean Bell, right, in New York, coming home from his bachelor party, getting ready to get married the next day, shot 50 times, shot at 50 times. What effect has they had on race relations or our views?
You could be an actor, because that was like a monologue. It was pretty cool. I mean, because you had a rhythm and you had it was smooth.
You think I can be an actor?
Yeah, you was like, yo, when Sean Bell, it was real cool, man.
Well, you do what you do and I do that.
We do what we do, people.
What show is this, man?
247, son. That's what I do.
All right, we'll talk about all that and more when we come back right here on.
Shut up. This dude said this do what we do. I'm like, damn, that is
Is it? Yeah. Today? You think of today? Or just from that's residual. Is that residual?
And now, you know what's weird? The Chrome, the Chrome does the full HD.
Word?
Stop.
Word?
So Safari wouldn't do
Let
it.
me see what it look like.
Yeah,
Let me see what it look like. You on this one, right? What's this one about? 248. Yeah, man, I had a damn, y'all got Flux?
I hate
Yeah, boy. Yo, check out the show. It's going to be dope. Catch it streaming. Span the Man, Big Freaky. My IT guy is all love. Check out the Mo Show. What? You know what I'm saying? See y'all in the zone.
full HD, man.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
You see them doing cutting the scene?
When I know. No, that's the
That's
mic.
the mic. That's the mic.
Yeah, that's a mic.
That's great.
When can I see it? Is it live? It's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't go back and watch it.
Doors and stuff because it was like the sound to come back. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, yeah.
Y'all watching it live right now, B?
Yeah.
Yo, tell JQ, my IT man, if y'all like the joint, hit him up. You know what I mean? Hit him up. Let me know something. Smanny man, want a little feedback. We about to shoot another one. That's dope. I like that, man.
Yeah. So I was using Safari and wouldn't let me. It wouldn't because I think it's because of Google. It wouldn't let me do it. But see, Chrome lets me do these too.
Yeah, Chrome is. I love Chrome. I got I was on Mozilla.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Mozilla. Okay, yeah, your breath was on fire. And whoa, I can't afford that, my man. And I had to get Chrome for something. I think my computer went down or Mozilla started hitting me with a lot of ads. I did Chrome. I was like, oh, I love this joint. Chrome, yeah.
It's that joint. It's that joint, boy.
Yeah, but see, I got an iPad, man.
I got one too.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, what am I gonna do? iPad.
Keep that thing,
to
man.
my low people, man. Your computer head.
On my iPad.
Get a tablet. Zulu Nation, Brothers Match Creation, Minds Get Flooded.
JQ, Wanda, Bill, John.
What's this one about? What's this one about?
You're so unprepared.
What's this one about?
It's about peer pressure.
Peer pressure? Oh, that's what you did. You did shoot that.
Yeah, my girlfriend think I ain't even going for nobody else.
For real?
No, I'd rather smell yours than taste mine.
Damn. You can see colors come out of his mouth. Like, was that blue?
I know.
Right? Was that blue? God damn. Your breath was pretty I hate to say it, your breath was bad. I ain't gonna say nothing, but your breath was bad. You said I ain't gonna offer nobody nothing.
I need all
My
these.
joint was real bad.
I need these for myself. Jeff?
Y'all ready?
What's that?
Y'all
We
ready?
got the lineup. We good?
Mm-hmm.
We got.
Got 4.
We got 40.
Oh, you feel me?
Yeah.
No.
I've been drinking. He's been drinking.
I wish.
First.
I think I'm gonna go with JQ first,
Mm-hmm.
just so he can get warm.
JQ.
Yo.
The IT man. The it guy. That's what we keep calling you. Jen, am I good?
Yeah, man, you're good.
John. Star Trek. Yeah. Like that? Yeah.
Some
Right?
people can't do that, right?
I think everybody got to do that.
I like that shirt.
Thank you. I try my best.
Do something over there.
Yeah.
All right.
Really?
Have to open it out first.
Cartoons are like what makes the girls look like. You know,
I love
Saturday mornings.
Yeah, I don't want my shirt.
Remember like Lucky Charms? Tricks? You silly rabbit! Ask the Clippers owner about a silly rabbit. Like, she brought down his whole team. That's it. That's cool. See, that's boom. Already a new show. You see what I'm saying? Look at the change. Wait.
So I did.
Yeah, he did, right? He did change.
You had a darker blue shirt on. You had a different blue.
Dude, he Vulcan mind locking you now. You going for that?
No, he had. I think he had on the.
This is not the blue you're looking for.
He said Jedi mind trick me.
Hey, I got to start that.
I had to check a button down. I don't know what that. Yeah, that was one this shirt. That's what
Okay, all right.
Look, stay in your lane, kid. Stay in your lane. You ready, Jen?
You just gonna bring that hot breath and you look the same shirt to the new show, huh?
I got a new attitude, baby. All right,
We ready.
open. Take one.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, guys.
Open. Take two.
That's a different thing. That's a different thing.
Welcome to Shop Talk. I'm your host, PC.
It's random man.
Y'all know how we do it. We get the hottest topics and make it happen. But first, each show is dedicated, remember, my sisters.
My mother on my sides. Let's make it happen.
All right, today's topic is, how do you combat negative peer pressure? If you're a parent, big brother, big sister, and you're trying to influence your child, right, or your younger sibling, how do you combat peer pressure, negative peer pressure? And I say negative because there's all types of peer pressure, right? How do you combat negative peer pressure? And how do you encourage your kid or your sibling to foster better relationships, more positive relationships?
You gotta talk to him.
Got to talk to him?
You gotta talk to him.
I think that's
Word
right
up, man. You gotta talk to him.
All right. Well, what show is this?
248, yo.
All right. We'll talk about all that and more when we come back right here on Shop Talk.
I holla.
All right. Come on, JQ.
He said, come back. And I was thinking, wow, like fight back. But I don't know how to combat that. I don't know how to fight.
Right, it's still fighting.
Yeah, but I know, but I don't know how to fight.
Get your vocabulary.
I know what combat means. I was thinking like we doing all of this on the show. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking that's a good one because I don't know how to fight peer pressure because it's among the people they all around and want to impress. He don't know what he does.
So I don't care what shit.
His shirt tight as that.
Hey, don't wear shirt.
I'm like he holding his breath.
What you do?
As long as it's not
Say it like
upside
that.
down.
I'll put the shirt on. I don't know.
Oh,
Put this mic.
With that young shirt on?
Yeah, he got the extra medium
That's
on.
young Jeezy right there.
Medium?
No, that was the shirt he had in high school. Yeah, it's time to
You
give it
had this in
up.
high school?
Yeah, it's time to give it up.
You didn't?
You don't understand what's
With tight shirts?
Right.
I don't know. I'm
I
sorry.
know. You go put the stores.
Yeah.
All shirts are tight.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
You know what it is? That's peer pressure.
Yeah, you don't let the boy fool you into thinking you walking around with your arms around and like, yo, my wrists are out. Loosen up your shirt.
You walking around like
You're right.
Goose need to bust out. I got mine tucked to the side like that. Yo, believe me, I'm not even smashing you on the mic. It took me like years to get my game. Yeah, you good? All right, you good.
See, Jeff is a legitimate member of the tight shirt group.
Yeah, Jeff rock tight shirt.
Yeah. He's a member of the tight
Yeah,
shirt.
Jeff will wear a small. Like Jeff be like, you got that X?
You guys can't hear me at all?
No,
You gotta turn it up a little bit.
Oh.
You gotta turn it down.
Those XS's. What's that?
Yo, one time we was out and Jeff's whole crew had tight shirts on.
Yeah.
So we dubbed them the tight shirt.
No, but they was fresh to death.
Yeah,
man.
nah. They was
They was fresh.
Yo, it was like 5, 6 tight shirts.
Yeah,
on.
they all just standing there like buff.
Yeah. And you know what? And I'm pretty sure when I walked by, I heard them talking about what kind of workout they were doing.
For real?
Like, what you always do is you always do it early. Like, what did you do? I don't know how that work. That's the tight shirt group.
You're like, yo, stand in front of me. All right, I'm good. We sorry. We sorry.
Segments?
4 segments.
Okay.
All right. We're going to magic the 2 in the middle.
Magic
The
the
one.
2 in the middle. Magic the 2 in the
Internet,
middle.
y'all get this. Like, the show might be not as funny,
Not
but
as
y'all
funny.
get all this stuff in the
Yes, it's the background.
Yo,
If it ain't funny, just lie and say
Okay, you guys
this.
can go whenever
as
you're
soon as we
ready.
get some sponsors, y'all won't see all this. Y'all can take the first.
Yo, you all right with your shirt? Sure you good? Don't fall out on us now. I think we should bring up that shirt issue because it's so peer pressure. Yeah.
We'll stay on that.
Yeah, sorry, Ricky, we gonna go.
All right, seg 1, take 1. Welcome back to Shop Talk.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
one JQ in the house. What up, JQ?
AKA IT man, the it guy.
That's my IT
Yeah,
man right
yeah.
here. That's
What you got going on, kid?
Self-town custom sneakers.
Mhm.
Got something roll out for y'all. We put the pictures up on the fan page. Don't forget to like that.
Please like the fan page, please. You understand?
So Friday still got a picture of the shop coach.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he dressed like he should have had him on right now.
You got the sneakers.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I have no idea what you're talking
All right, check out this guy. He got the most fabulous sneakers you ever seen.
about. Nah, they real dope. Yeah.
Custom work, man. Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, man. So you heard the topic. This is a tough topic, and it's hard to kind of pin this down. It really is a tough topic, but how do we combat peer pressure? You know, you got a sibling or a kid, and I mean, speaking of peer pressure, because you told me that this is what's in now. Like small shirts, tight shirts are in.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Tight shirts.
I'm thinking that peer pressure got to you and made you put a tight shirt on. That's just me.
I just said like for sure.
No,
You could have liked it one size up.
Yeah, you
You
said
could have liked the shirt one size up.
go in the store,
Right. That's
and
what you said.
everybody's rocking tight shirts.
I think peer pressure got it.
Yeah. I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean?
I don't know. We asking the right person.
I think it should come to advertising.
Okay,
That's
I can
peer
do that.
pressure.
That's a form of peer pressure. That's a form of peer pressure.
But how do you combat that?
Yeah, how do we help our kids in staying away from that negative peer pressure that gets so many kids in trouble?
That's a hard,
Stops, man, stop.
that's a hard thing to do because you're talking to them from one point of view with experience, and then they can listen to that, but then when they are put in the actual situation, you know, everything flips and turns because just like you said, it's pressure on them.
Yeah,
Even if you're telling them about that and you got the experience and everything, it's just like training. Like you train for situations that you actually thrown into it. It's a whole different world. So it's kind of a difficult thing because you're not always there with them to help them, you know, guide them at the actual season of pressure. So it's really up to them to combat that.
Clearly, this is a difficult topic because I have no idea what
No,
this is.
yeah. I didn't want to do that.
I have no idea what
I didn't want to do that.
You know what?
He went around.
Last week's show was so serious. I got to put it
Yeah, we sorry.
One of the things.
I kind of did.
One of the things that people do is
He said like these idiots. That's what I kind of think he was saying.
It's like if you
I don't know what you're saying.
See, if you are telling them about it, you know, you give them experience. This is going to happen.
Okay.
And then they go out and experience that same thing, but then they fail at it because they give in to the pressure that you described.
Because when they're around the pressure,
Yeah, they're around their peers.
you're not there
Yeah.
to fight the pressure.
who's on first?
You're not there to fight the pressure when they come around the pressure. But you have prepared them for no pressure.
You prepared them for the pressure. You prepared them for the
Before we
pressure.
messing with you, calm down, get your tooth out. You alright? Did you breathe? Exhale, man.
Whew. All right, one of the things, I think because it's such a tough topic, we have to find some positive things that we can point to and point our kids in a certain direction. So one of the things that I was kind of looking up, it said to promote diversity among your kids' friends. So if let's say I'm growing up, I'm in the hood, and everything hoodlicious is around me, right? Whatever we do whatever we're doing in the hood, I'm doing that because that's where I come from. That's my group. That's my people, right?
Yeah.
Well, as a parent, then tell your kid, hey, look, why don't you invite somebody from this walk of life? Or that
Anybody
group?
coming in the hood?
No, you can go there.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Because see, I don't know. I want to learn on this one, but hoodlicious sounds like some shit. But just saying. I like that.
Discriminate.
Yeah, hoodlicious.
See where your mind goes.
No, I'm just saying, I think you have a great point. I don't know how to combat that because I've been in situations where I should have done something different.
Exact opposite. Right?
Yeah, but the peer pressure was like, well, all my people's doing it, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I'm looking forward to learning.
I think one of the things that peer pressure does is, and one of the reasons why we go along is we don't want to be ostracized. So we don't want to be the person standing apart, doing something different, like we talked about last week, because then all eyes are on us and now we get ridiculed. Why? Because we're being different. So if we have a more diverse group, we can be different with our other group.
So we're doing that to him because we have free-flowing loose clothes. And he has a tight shirt on and we kind of ridiculing him. That's not who we're at.
But if he hung with more tight shirt people, then he would feel comfortable and he would say, you know what, I'm good.
Don't do this.
And my second skin, my second red skin, my red epidermis.
Excuse me, sir. Can I get an extra medium?
So that's a great point. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
people become more comfortable if they're not going to be ostracized or doing something different. So you can tell your kid, you know, Pick some friends in school that maybe hang out in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Maybe your Hispanic friends, or maybe your Asian friends, or maybe your black friends that are from a different neighborhood, or maybe your white friends. But the fact is, pick different groups other than the group that you associate with now, and don't stop hanging with your boys, because that's your boys. Just decrease the time, limit the time you hang with them, and then what'll happen is you'll start being influenced
by different things.
Yeah, okay, that's something positive. After a while, you want to go to that party with all the cool kids instead of hanging out with Delicious.
Yeah, see, I was listening. You already know that. You know what I mean? Yo, so you gotta basically hang out with more loose shirt guys.
Yeah.
You can bring more tight shirt guys too.
I'll find Jeff in his touch.
See, whoa.
Did I miss something?
He said, I gotta find Jeff and his tight shirt crew. Oh, yeah, we ain't go there, Jeff. Oh, okay. Hey.
See, it would be
What was that? Was that the first shot? Oh, okay. No, how many? Oh, okay. Must go down. Word up. You can let your breath out now.
Yeah, breathe out. We'll be back in a minute right here on Husband.
Stop talking.
Turn the cameras back on.
That was a
Oh,
man. Yeah, you went hard, man. Wow. You know,
We're talking about the tight shirt crew. Like one time we was out to fish, it was like 5 or 6 of y'all. All y'all had tight shirts.
Y'all was cool.
Y'all, I mean, smooth, bro. It was all like, let's go.
I was like,
and I think they was checking each other out, like, what you got? What you doing? I'm pretty sure,
yeah. This one starch.
That's what's up. No problem. I can check.
Leo.
That was a definite. What was that? Is that a shot?
Who next?
Leo.
You know what, though, JQJ? Good shot. Yeah, okay. That was a good shot.
What's up, man?
Yeah, let's get it cracking. Oh, he stepped in there hard, like, yeah. He made her nervous, man. You see him?
No, he's stepping on the cord.
Hey.
That's it on her.
Yeah, Jen said, okay.
Alright.
I like it. It was good.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
All right. Let's do it.
Alright, so you guys are doing the magic?
Yeah. The magic.
Wrap them up.
Okay.
You good? You good? Or you ready?
Oh, I just have to press one button.
Yeah, make sure you get a mic check. Make sure you good. Mic check.
Put your shades on, Leo.
Check 1, 2.
All right.
Put your shades on. Put your shades on, superstar. Put your shades on.
Yeah, you cool. Yeah, you can do that.
Smooth
You
to death,
can do that.
baby. Smooth to death. All right.
All right.
It would be encouraging people to put them shades
All right. Seg 2, part 1, take 1. Welcome back to Shop Talk. We got a brand newbie in the house. Our boy Leo. What's going on, Leo?
How you doing?
Man, it's all good. How you doing?
Good,
All right.
Hey, so Leo, is there any particular cause that you are part of, anything that you want to promote?
Well, yeah. My name is DJ Leo. I've been in the music for about 15 years, and I started being a DJ like 5 years ago. Like, music is my life, so.
You're in the right place, man.
Okay.
Music is all love here.
Yeah.
You're talking about a cat that made a couple of albums. I'm
Yeah.
a singer, he's a performer. Music is our life, man. So we love music. So we want to come where you at.
Yeah. We went with the hood, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good.
No doubt.
So I'm in the right place.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely,
Yes, sir.
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
We love music, all music, baby. All right, so you heard the topic, and this is a tough topic. So, I don't hate that I bring this topic up. I know it's tough to talk about because it's hard to convey to kids, but how do you combat negative peer pressure?
Well, I think to combat all this situation is we got to challenge our kids to get in to know another people, like another backgrounds. So I think the education starts at home. If we fight at home and we do wrong things at home, that's what the child or the kid, our kid, is what they're gonna learn. So that's what they're gonna take over there outside and be like that. So if we are good at home, that's how they're gonna be outside too.
Okay.
So you start with making sure that we're doing the right thing in the house.
Yeah.
And that if we see negative behaviors in the house, then we go ahead and jump on them early enough because a lot of times those behaviors, even if they don't come from the parent, you start seeing that behavior that's been induced to your kid in the house. You know what I'm saying? So let's say I'm a Christian parent, but all of a sudden you bringing booty music in my house. Now that booty music is what plays in the street.
Yeah.
But as a parent, I gotta say something. Man, don't bring that up in here. But here's why I don't want you to bring it in. Don't just tell them. You know, here's why, man. That's degrading to this or that. That's degrading to your people, your ladies. I talk about, you know what? Those guys talk about slinging dope, which is killing people. So we got to be able to educate our kids. So I like that. And then you also touched on the diversity piece. I think that is the greatest thing is diversifying yourself, learning other cultures, spending time with other cultures. I've got to say this. I grew up in an all-black neighborhood, right, with the all-black junior high, with the all-black senior high. I think we had less than 7 white kids. We had a lot of Hispanics. Yeah. Once I got older, down in Florida, but we had all black in junior high. And then it got a little bit more mixed with black and Hispanic, but almost no whites. But when I left home, I began to broaden my horizon, right? Okay. And so I'm thankful to my white brothers and sisters because they introduced me to things I never got introduced to. Right? I learned water skiing. I never knew I was water skiing, snow skiing, deep sea fishing, all those things, kneeboard and all this crap. I mean, that's fun stuff that I go on vacation. See, my family, we did barbecues and family reunions. We didn't do vacations where we actually spent time where somebody else waited on us. I learned that from my white brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay.
You don't work hard and go on vacation where they taking care of you. We just go to Uncle Joe's house, you know what I mean? In the backyard.
Yeah, it's a barbecue.
It's a barbecue. We all come and we're gonna have fun, but we can learn from other cultures, man. My Hispanic friends.
Also, yeah, when I got in this country, I was speaking only one language. So I got here and I get involved in another cultures, and now I speak English and I speak Portuguese. So
there you go.
It's what it is.
Yeah, nice trilingual. Okay. And very diverse. So, and
how do you say "shman the man" in Portuguese?
Shman
the man. Shman the man.
Right. I don't think it's a Portuguese word.
Come on, you say that. Shman the man. Right? That's how you say it. Shman the man. In Portuguese, that's coming up. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
All right, man. Look, we appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, man.
What goes up, what's up down, stay in the chair. We're having this first guest. We're
going to bring him looking like a meal model.
You see that, right?
I feel bad up there. I need another haircut, Jeff.
He got what happened? Well, he part of the tight shirt and the
skin.
I am.
Throw the shades on so they can see him real one time. Throw the shades on. Come on. Put the shades on. There we go. Bam. Jumped up. Y'all feel it?
All right, we're going to bring him out so many. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Bim. There you go. There you go. Good job, big dog. Awesome. Oh, watch the mic. Watch the mic. Good job, Leo. Good job.
It's quick, right?
Yeah, good job. Oh, no. You was right on time, Joe. You was right on time.
All right, John.
You was right on time, man.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. Right on time, man.
Good to meet you.
Yeah. Right on time. Dropping stuff?
Yeah.
All right. Rip that?
No, it's fine.
I'm about to say, yo, that don't sound good. I've been having to hear it for a while. I don't like to hear it rip.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Let me just put my stuff over here.
All right.
All right, gentlemen.
Let's do this. What's going on, big up? All right. All right. See him? Everybody's cool, man.
Thank you, John.
I'm gonna have to start dressing up to come to the beach.
Right?
Right? Everybody looking smooth to the groove.
I'm not hoping dressed up.
No, perfect.
All right, so we're gonna bring you in with some magic. We're gonna say 1, 2, 3. When we say 3, then kind of
like, whoa, what am I doing?
And the only rule is no profanity. Look that way. We can use profanity, but not you. No profanity. and don't turn around to look at us that way.
Okay.
Like we give you a fade or something.
Okay.
All right. The barber shop.
I see.
You know, if you turn to the bar.
My bad.
Bad one.
All right, you guys are good.
All right.
Forget to.
What?
That's again, baby. All right.
What?
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa, buddy.
Yo, look, John, I don't know what you was doing when we brought you here, but all I know is I'm thank you for being dressed. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I could have caught you doing something else, man.
Anytime, guys. Anytime.
All right, so we got John. John, welcome to the show, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got some new blood, newbie in the house, so we really appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, sir.
All right, and helping us out. So we always give people a chance to shout out or promote anything that they're doing. What you got going on?
Oh yeah, right now what I'm working on is I'm working with Free Hill Law Group. I'm paralegal with them, and what we do is we assist the general public in basically creating a nexus between the client and the attorney. And just to get that gap a little bit closer, as opposed to individuals will. Something will happen to them, and then they see these commercials, and they call, whomever, and they don't really know what's going on. So what we're looking to do is talk in more lay terms to get with the client, so we can help them out and to direct them towards the right attorney. Right. So it's been fun, and that's what we're doing.
Well, good, man. How do they get over?
You can go to freehilllaw.com. We just started up, yeah, we have attorneys that we can contact, and if you have any sort of issue or whatnot, come talk to us. We're the average Joe, and we're looking to help you folks out.
What's awesome about that?
Freehilllaw.com.
Freehilllaw.com. What's awesome about that is you don't have to try to find out if this attorney specializes in this thing. So many different points of law. You don't know what their script is. That's your job.
Exactly.
Right? We'll come to you and say, hey, this is what I need.
We'll find that individual attorney for you. A lot of attorneys and the lawyers, law firms like to deal in general everything, which is great. But sometimes the individual, whether it's criminal, I mean, there's more than just criminal stuff. There's family matters. There's real estate. There's civil litigation. Yeah, you need to find the right individual.
Right. See, Mike Tyson could have used you. He may have not been.
Yeah, Mike could have used job.
Didn't I Mike have a tax?
Yeah, tax attorney.
But that was his man.
I'm sure that attorney was, obviously.
It's a couple million.
That was his friend in finance.
No, that's a good idea. I never really thought about it. Because, like you're saying, I see guys on TV. I think if something happened, they put that jingle in your head.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And nothing against those guys or girls. They're great, and that they're on TV for a reason. And a lot of them, I mean, civil litigation is right up their alley. But like I said, there's plenty of other things other than criminal and civil stuff that you need to get.
Okay, I'm feeling you. My bad, but yo, you gotta be on our show now. All right? We haven't been on the John show for a minute.
Yes, sir. No, it's fun. You guys are great.
Yeah, word out. Free Hill Law, right? I went to jail. Free Hill Law saved me.
Yeah, John, we're running out of time, but what do we do to combat this peer pressure?
Yeah.
You know what? Obviously, I mean, it sounds cliche, but it comes down to the children, their teachers, and their parents. I'm a huge proponent in paying teachers and in the public school system a lot more money than they get right now. Also, parents got to teach, like Aristotle, what he preached, virtues and vices. You have to be a virtuous person. You can't go too crazy with and abuse certain things. But certain things you can't go too light on, if that makes any sense. You need to have a healthy medium for everything that you do, and to be a virtuous person. So preach that, and take a look at what Aristotle has to say.
Absolutely. We talk about balance a lot on this show. And when you have balance, you'll find yourself, whenever you're drifting too far to the left or right, you'll feel it. Because you're all centered.
You got to check yourself.
Absolutely.
And you basically, and it's up to eventually when the child gets a little bit older, to on the outside looking in, check it, see what you're doing wrong or doing right. Because we all make mistakes, obviously, and then correct that.
we all get second, third, fourth chances on it.
Absolutely. All right, before we go out, one other tip I want to say before we bring on our last guest is you want to avoid completely criticizing a kid's friend. That's their friend. So when you totally criticize them and call them morons and everything else, then you just push them to it. It's just like saying, don't date that guy, he's the scum to her.
Yes, sir.
That's the guy she's going to date, right? And kids do that. So what we got to do is kind of not talk about the person, but the behavior.
Not everyone's an angel. Yep.
Yeah, let's just talk about the behavior. Let's keep it black and white. Hey, look, I think they're great guys. I'm sure they're great guys, but let's talk about their behavior and what their behavior may lead to. So let's keep focused on the behavior, not so much the kids themselves, but they're probably good kids as well. They're just doing wrong.
There you go.
All right, man. Thank you, man. You've been a wonderful guest.
FreeHillLaw.com.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Stay in the chat. Did you say amen? He's a great guest.
Oh,
okay, all right. I'm just asking. That's all good.
Yo, he's shooting for the stars, buddy.
We got Deacon John in the house. It's all good. We'll be back right here on with Deacon John.
Amen.
Awesome.
Good, buddy.
All right.
Aristotle's
Wait.
How was that? All right.
Yeah, man.
Represent?
Yeah.
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 You guys are cool.
Yeah. I like that.
I like the show too. I want Comcast, so
You can go online now, baby.
Yeah.
And guess what? We got swallow time on her. Okay. So you'll be able to get you great.
Yeah.
We're gonna add about 60,000 subs.
that was fun. You know,
By the end of the year, right?
Yeah,
Fast. Yeah.
By the end of the year, we'll be on Time Warner. Time Warner.
You guys are funny.
Thank you.
Enjoy stuff, and you guys make a lot of good fun.
That's what we try to do is have fun and still make some good points. Stay away from all that.
Guys, thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see you again.
Buddy.
All right.
Yes.
Bye now.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait to see what the woman can do.
Later, Ken.
All right, take care, buddy.
Amazing organization. Wait to see. Okay. Yeah, I love that name too, Rwanda.
You're the closer.
The second is R-rated. This is PG-13.
So I just gotta work, my body is starting to shut down.
Sorry, I'm just counting the minutes you have left. You
Really?
can go longer if you like. You can go 7 minutes if you like.
Okay, just,
Dougie Fresh said 6
yeah, let us know at 6.
6.
minutes.
I mean, put everything towards 6
Minutes.
2 minutes at 4,
Okay.
1 minute, right? And then we'll, if we're going over, we'll know.
Yeah, and if you want to keep going, guys.
Have you ever seen the
Guys.
show?
Here, they're coming for you.
Ooh.
The janitor dude.
Oh! Man, you stupid. Have you ever seen a show with fellas on the mic with back in the days when I could still move like that? Oh, man.
You got old. What are you talking about? What you did? Another year came.
All right, you guys are good.
Probably do. Most people do. For real? Yeah. Different herbs. Most of us got some of that stuff going on.
248, man.
All right. All right. Say 3. Close. Take 1. Welcome back to Shop Talk. Yo, we got another newbie.
We got some great guests.
We got some amazing guests. We got Yolanda, also AKA Dr. Gibbs. So, Dr. Gibbs, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
So we always give people a chance and opportunity to promote whatever organization they're a part of.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yes, I am the founder and executive director for the Palmetto Palace. The Palmetto Palace is a 501c3 nonprofit in Charleston that provides short-term emergency assistance for families that are sleeping in hospital waiting rooms because they have a family member that's in ICU.
Yeah, that's dope.
Because no one plans to be sick.
Yeah, that's a counterpart right there.
That's good people right there.
Right, no one plans to be sick.
Yeah,
So it just happens. It happens. And that's so what is the criteria? I think earlier we talked on camera, you said if you come more than 45 miles,
Yes.
one of the qualifiers?
Absolutely. We have, I don't know if you know it or not, but we have 8 hospitals in the Tri-County area. And the Palmetto Palace is partnered in with all 8 hospitals.
Oh, wow.
And for any family member that's in a hospital waiting room due to a medical crisis, if the hospital administration contacts the Palmetto Palace, our community person, or maybe a family member that's received services from the Palmetto Palace can make a reference or referral for that family that's in waiting.
Right.
And we
Give them a
provide,
place to sleep.
absolutely, we partnered in with local hotels, because if there's a hotel that's near a hospital, chances are the Palmetto Palace has partnered in. And for every night that we provide for families, we also provide a meal so that families can eat. And these meals are at cost from the hospital cafeterias.
Yeah,
No one
wow.
should have to worry about a place to stay, nor being close to their loved one while that person is in the hospital.
You know,
Statistics have shown if families are in close proximity to their patient, the patient chances of healing has increased. The anxiety, depression, or anything else that the family is experiencing will decrease. And so as a result, it's important to have families close to their patient.
Yeah, you good people on that one.
Yeah, that's amazing. You know,
I'm the clown of the show. I ain't got nothing to, that's good people right there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
Thank you for heading the organization, starting it.
Thank you.
We wish you much success.
Yes.
And we're here at your disposal
Yes.
anytime you want.
Well, thank you. And I also want you to know that we started serving families in 2011. And since we've served families, we provided more than 200 nights, hotel nights.
Wow.
We provided more than 1,700 hospital-based meals. And we packed more than 1,400 hospital bags, care bags with items that are 100% donated from the community for families with items that they may have forgotten in the rush to the hospital. We're talking about items like toothbrush, toothpaste, blankets, words of encouragement, sugarless sweets.
I like sugarless.
Absolutely.
Okay, now check this out.
Yes.
You know, sometimes I wild out at the crib, right?
Yes.
You call your big up there with a room one night, you know, maybe look out for your boy. But then you put out on the back porch and family. I'm saying, I'm in need.
But you know what? But we have partners in the area that we can refer you to.
Thank you. That's see, she got. You got a look.
You probably have a little.
Yeah, I just feel kind of unstable right now.
If that's a number that you know, please call it. And I also wanted to share real quick that October 16th, it's a Thursday, we're having an event. It's called Hearts for Hospitality Bachelorette Auction. It will be at the Charleston Music Hall. So if you are an eligible bachelor, if you are an eligible bachelorette, please visit our website, www.thepalmettopalace.com. Fill out that application and become a part of this event to help us continue to help families.
That sounds like fun.
That's awesome. I'm unmarried. I'm not single.
I just asked about getting put back on the back porch.
Right.
Shut up on this.
I said the wrong thing on this one.
I want to say for all the people, thank you very much. What you do is incredible.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we only got a few minutes left, but we want to talk about peer pressure. It's so important that we get to reach our youth. What can we do to combat peer pressure?
I think that if we begin to engage our youths in meaningful, key opportunities and teach our youths to have purposeful, reflective judgment, I think that's the key.
Yeah.
The Palmetto Palace provides opportunities with those care bags. We would love youths, their organizations to come and pack and be a part of an event like that, so that they can see that their work is going directly back into the community. So they are part of an organization, part of an event.
Let me say something, Doc.
Yes.
I got to give you props because we just asked you the shop talk questions, right?
Yes.
And then you Jedi mind tricked us and still dropped your organization on us. I caught that, man. Yo, you feel me? I was like, yo, did she just slide that joint right in here? What's the topic? Okay. You cool. That's, we know you run the joint now. Any opportunity to get my joint in, I'm dropping it on. I feel you.
Well, you know what I like so much about the organization, and I know this show is really about. Right.
Palmetto Palace.
This show is really about the Palmetto Palace, but you know, a lot of times people, when we talk years ago, they wonder why African American Black people took so long to bury. right? So number one, we know that we can hold up longer, right? A couple more extra days. That's just a reality. But we didn't have the resources to get here in 2 or 3 days. So oftentimes we had to catch the bus and 2 or 3 days from here. People were out, 1,500 miles away. So 30, 40, 50 years ago, they said, nah, we can't do this in 3 days. Most of the family is from New York or wherever they're from. So a lot of you bring in resources because a lot of times we don't know. We don't have those resources, and it means a lot to the person, to the family, to the immediate family, to the extended family, to know that they can come down here. A lot of times people won't make the trip because they can't do those other things.
But we have to keep in mind that sicknesses are either expected or unexpected. So nobody plans to be sick.
Right.
Don't you plan to go on a vacation? You plan for your family reunion. You don't say, okay, next week we're just going to go ahead and you're going to the ICU, intensive care unit. No, you don't know about that. But we want to be here. We want to be the bridge, the gap in service for families, and we want to provide that hotel. We want to provide that hot meal, and we want to provide that disease-specific information so families can be empowered. They can be informed. So when they are at the bedside, they'll know what questions to ask, how to ask those questions, and where they need to be in order to be better prepared to take their patient home. And that's what the Palmetto Palace does. And I'd like to say that we're the only one in the state of South Carolina that's providing these services to families.
It's amazing. And so a lot of people are familiar with the Ronald McDonald House.
Absolutely.
And nationally, what they do, something very, very similar. They got all this national publicity, and that's great. It's awesome. But to have somebody in state, to have somebody local where we can help ourselves, an organization that we all help.
Absolutely.
I like the fact that you said get involved, right? Talk to your kids, get involved, but get your kid involved in something other than. As parents, we get lazy.
Yes.
We get lazy. We let their friends raise them, right? We let the crowd raise them. Get our kids involved in helping. And I do a lot of
activities. Meaningful activities, so that they see that they're a part of it, because they need to be a part of something. You can tell a child go here, go there, but if they know they're going because they're going to get something back from it, meaningful, I think that our children will be more successful, and we'll have more people participating in organizations like the Palmetto Palace. And we need your help.
Boom goes the dynamite.
And only together we can make a difference.
With the Palmetto Palace.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You gotta watch them bids at the Palmetto Palace.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you so much.
What goes up must go down. Stay in the chair.
Wow.
Okay.
Been a wonderful show.
Man. Wow.
Appreciate you stopping by. Absolutely. And we'll see y'all next time right here on
Shout out.
Palmetto Palace.
Yeah, get back, man. Wow.
Thank you so much.
You blew my mind. That's a great organization.
But you know, really, we need more people out here talking about.
Yeah, I didn't know. I heard of the Ronald McDonald House, and I know, but I didn't even know you guys were out.
Because everyone thinks that the Ronald McDonald House takes care of everyone.
Yeah.
But if you are 18 and under, you go by the Ronald McDonald House. But 18 and over, you're stuck.
Yeah.
And the hospitals do not provide care for them because they do what they do best, and that's to take care of patients.
Yeah.
I mean, these people, a lot of their rides were the ride in the EMS. Their rides were the ride that a family member had given them a ride to the hospital.
And that's it.
And that's it. And they're waiting for someone to come back to bring them clothes, bring them something to eat. That's stuff.
Yeah. You don't think about that.
Why would you?
And
Right? So you're sick. And if you have been here in Charleston, and you live in Charleston, and you have a family that's been sick, well, you can relax because you can just go home, get a shower, go back. You don't feel that burden that families feel.
Yeah, you go visit, you don't have nowhere to go.
Hey, what about just in Colleton County? Have you served so many families in Colleton County, served families in Georgetown? Are you going to go back home and get a bath in Georgetown? No.
Never be able to.
Not be able to.
So my sister was there in ICU. I remember when I was in ICU for 9 days, but I was in Delaware, and my wife was here in Charleston. And she was trying to figure out how she could get here, and where she would stay. And I was literally in ICU for about 4 or 5 days before she could get here and solidify the military where she could stay and all this stuff, because there was nothing else there.
You know the major difference